As of the recording of today's vlog, it is April the 11th. Galatians 3:28. There is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither slave nor free man. There is neither male nor female, for you all are one in Christ Jesus.
Good morning. Made it to the weekend, made it through the work week. See the cute little rainbow sparkles. I love that. I'll put this on my window. Sun's shining in though. It's little sea turtles. It's one of those clings. They're pretty neat. I like them. So it can kind of help with a little bit of the sun, because I usually sit right over here and read the Bible in the morning, and that's when I do that. And would be when the sun just comes in. See it? Comes in, would just hit me just a little bit too much. And so I put that up there and it helps a little bit. And then also get the pretty little rainbow sparkles. So that's nice. Do have a fun-filled day. Planning, because it's starting to come out into my head what to do. But I'm also, it's not, okay, well, maybe not planning. It's an idea of I'm going to do this and just see what happens with my day. Because I was sure tired. I had to really push to get up this morning. Just went out. It's been a busy week. But thank the Lord. Got through it. And I wanted to actually just take a moment and have real talk before adventuring. Just a real honest moment. Everybody's got a story to tell, all of us. Each and every one of us has been through trials and our own tribulations in life. And of course, a lot of people, anybody watching this, you're not going to know my backstory. You know, I did mention it a little bit in my very first video. I gave a little talk, and I don't know that, that was my first video, so the sound may not have been that great. And these are still works in progress, by the way. I am learning. We're going to give me a learning curve. But I think even experienced YouTubers and stuff, as new things come about, changing things up and learning new tricks of the trade, I guess, different devices, different things. So that'll be ongoing. but just, I want to give praise to the Lord my God, Jehovah, Jesus, and for what he has done for me. And I've got, things that I could speak on going way before. But just to quickly say, like, all of this, wearing him now, being in Southwest Florida, in Sarasota, being able to attend one of the churches I've watched online for a very long time, the Superior Word Church, and I also watched Calvary Kaneohe in Hawaii, Oahu, and but it's a blessing to be here. It's a blessing, this home that I'm in, a blessing for my vehicle, this opportunity that kind of waltz right into, seems to be what I do. This is a blessing. And my job, it's fairly new, and I started out at the bottom, and now I'm in a higher position where it allows me the privilege of doing other things, and it is all because of Jesus. And I know each and every one of us, 2020 took us by a storm, sure did, and for a lot of people, either came to the Lord or got closer to the Lord. And I that's when I finally started walking right. I guess I would say it that way. Like really walking with the Lord. Really putting my faith, really calling on the Lord, really getting into his word. And read your Bibles. And that's when it was like, no more listening to everybody else and everything else. I'm getting Bible that I can read. I'm gonna read it, and walking with the Lord. A lot of time in prayer and a lot of time in the Word, and things were just happening. Miss Malakaya, she's coming up over here. You see her there? Yeah, we love you. You're so sweet. Another blessing from the Lord. I told that story too. But I had my youngest son still living with me in 2020, but he was an adult, like 23. And we're not living with each other by the end of 2020. I was walking close with the Lord, and I think that struck something in him, a fear, because I'm praying for his salvation. But so things happened there, and so I was going to be on my own, and things were going to be tight, and this, that, and the other thing, and I wouldn't have help. It's just me. Like I'm speaking, and things are just me. I'm sorry, I'm moving. It's this cat. I just gotta have it. Like, okay, she's trying to go through. Let me move. And I love him very much, and we reconciled too. So don't think it's that. It's just these things like the Lord allowed to happen, and for a reason. And so I would have been on my own, no daily little things help that you have when you have another person, or just help with things. And so I was going to, take a smaller apartment and these things, and just I was going to stay there where I was in Arizona. And this is how I came to Florida the first time. So family reached out, and so why don't you come with us? This is all because you're walking closer with the Lord. Come out and stay with us, and that way you're not by yourself. So I did that. I gave everything away, sold off, real cheap. Just you're packing, you're moving in 2 weeks, kind of thing. This is happening. It's happening in 2 weeks. Moving. So did all that, and things just didn't work out so great. I was following Jesus, and I'm watching these churches online, and these family members have a more, I feel like the Calvinism came in a way, which you guys have heard me speak on before, because these things impacted me. But to my surprise, because you think everybody who says, Jesus or Christian, and I'm not pinpointing them at all, because in my ex's family there was even Jehovah's Witnesses, which they do not believe Jesus is the Word, Jesus is God, very wrong, and I'm not going to apologize for that. Very wrong. I've tried speaking to this other person. There's a Jehovah's Witness. I have, and but either way, I've got plenty of stories. There's been a whole life, right? And but either way, so I feel like some of that came into play, and also, because it was about 2021, people started taking a little something, and I wasn't taking it. So that came into play. Like, I was looked at like, you just won't get in line. You've got a problem, and you need to go. And then that's essentially what it was feeling like. Like, I just had to go. And so I went. And so essentially, and again, the Lord allowed these things happen. And I think of Joseph, and I get reminded of that too a lot. What did I struggle through in comparison to that? I didn't get put down a well, and be a prisoner somewhere, but I did go through some struggles. Like, I lost everything. And I had nowhere to go. And so I just did the best that I could, including camping in a tent. And that's why I would kind of like not to do that no more. But I do love camping. So I do love camping. but I did a lot of things, and had to let the Lord move me, because I wasn't just staying stationary through all of this. It just, the Lord was moving me and positioning me. Miss Malchiah, do you see her? She's just walking over my arm. This is not a hurdle. That's my arm. Oh, she's everywhere. And anyway, the Lord was using these things. And there's other things that went up, like where I saw other family members and things like that. And I ended up going back to Arizona. Ended up staying with a good friend. And we're still in contact and things like that. So, good friend. And then I got a new job there. Quickly was in my own apartment. I mean, this stuff like happened fast. Like moving. Like that's the thing when it's the Lord. Like things were just moving. Like when I went back to Arizona, because I moved the first time to go to Florida with my family, I gave stuff away. Some of these people gave my stuff back. Like really? I mean, even a Christmas tree. Like I was just getting stuff back. And then new stuff, like, oh, here's furniture, here's this, that. I within stayed with a friend, and then boom, got a job, boom, got an apartment, and it was just like, it's furnished, it's done. It was fast. Like there is no way in Laura power any of that was happening. So I'm trying to explain all that too, and I'm probably not giving the best words, and I'm trying to be quick, but I'm probably taking too long. And I just am giving my experience. And then, so I got that job there. And then, boom, door opens within this workplace. And I'm telling you, it is the Lord. It is not me. Like I'm not putting myself down. You know what I mean. If you know, you know. It is not me. It's not by my strength, by my smarts, by my power that these things were happening. And it was all positioning. And I still don't know where everything's at, because I'm still living this life. Like my story's still coming out. And but then I had an opportunity to move here. And it's like, okay, you're moving. And so, okay, so I'm doing all of that. And that was like it was intense, because again, I'm completely on my own. My friend in Arizona, she ended up moving to Oklahoma. And so, and she's older than me, you guys. I'll be honest. She's an older friend. She likes to. We're close, but like she could be my mom, basically. She's in her upper 70s, is what I'm saying. And I just love her. She's a spunky little thing. Sharon Ann, I love her. And but she's moved back to Oklahoma, but now she's going back to Arizona. It's a whole life event, but she's going to be with her family to help just because she's older, she's very much independent, but it would be good to have family around. Either way, so she's doing that. but she was there, and then I got out of the apartment, got this job opportunity. I'm doing this move now back to Florida all by myself, but and got rid of everything there, like pretty much I was saying, and just loaded up my vehicle. Which vehicle? Because let me tell you, the first time in Arizona, right before 2020, I had my car just got bottomed out. I lost my car. And that's like another thing, just was allowed to happen. Like I went over a speed bump at like 2 miles an hour, and it just went boom. So I lost that. But if I had a vehicle, that maybe messed up my story. I don't know. But either which way. So I had a few years with no vehicle. Just didn't. And that worked because I was going everywhere. I was like going across the country to all these places. I mean, I went from Arizona to Florida to like Georgia, Tennessee. I went up to Michigan. I went to Minnesota before I went back to Arizona. There's a quick recap. And so now I'm back on my way to Florida, but I had already gotten a vehicle before this too. So I got the job opportunity, doors opening in there, was able to get a vehicle, was kind of like being like this, like you're going to move, and all that sorted, and lined up this place here, and was able to plan, within my budget, the furnishings and all this. It's like boom, it's boom, here we are. now you're here. And so here I am. And so that's the point I want to get to. Like, all of this is seriously glory to God in my life for moving me. Like, none of these things would be possible on my own. Through so much answered prayer, through so much and dealing with so much, and even in time in Arizona, which I was there by myself a lot too. I call things time in my wilderness because I was dealing with old issues from earlier in my life, other things that I had been through, learning to understand why I had to lose certain things, just dealing with a lot internally. And so the Lord was using, now we got it. Miss Malkaya, you did not have to go that far, girl. Your face a little bit better. So cute though. And I was dealing with a lot, having to process, having to grow personally, doing a lot of inner work. And that's why the inner work and the peace and these things are important now. There's been a lot of course, you gotta have forgiveness and things that you gotta deal with. Forgiveness is not always about everyone else. It's also, when you're forgiving, you're working on your own heart, and, but working on things with my youngest son, and I'm praying for him, and I'm thankful for our communications, and something in his heart that he wasn't happy with how things happened either. So it's like the blessing in there, and I'm praying that this stuff stirs, and I pray for him, and I love him very much, and love my family too. So there's just things at work and things the Lord's got to doing. Everything is in the Lord's hands. So I just wanted to share that. So it's a blessing. This is a blessing. Like, even having a vehicle, my job, this YouTube channel, this is a blessing. Being able to go to all these places that I've just watched videos of, and longest time thought, I'll never get to go these places. Y'all, I could cry. I'm getting to see these places, and it's beautiful. And I get to go to this church on Sunday, and it's really nice, and it's really nice. And it's a blessing, and it is because of the Lord Jesus. And I pray that people will come to know him, get closer to him, and surrender, surrender your heart, surrender your life, put it in his hands. There's no safer place for it to be. And even when some things happen to you, what this world means for bad, the Lord means for good, and he can raise us up. So I just wanted to share that and have a very real moment. And I'm sorry it went on. I'm sorry it got a little emotional. I tried to give a recap, but there's so many things I'm grateful for, but I could probably sit here for days on end. And but I want to thank you guys, and I want to get up. I need to get a to-go cup of coffee, and I'm going somewhere, and it's a beach. So let's go. A lot of people having a good time right now. I'm hoping the mic's working okay. It's a little bit windy, and I am just relaxing at the beach at Sharky's Pier, and of course I already showed quick walk around the pier and the restaurant. Sharky's is on the bottom, and it's a bit more casual. You know, you can just go right up and get something to eat or drink. They have a little bar. And Finn's is a little bit, I mean, it's still casual, but you wouldn't maybe want to go up in your bathing suit, maybe. But from what I hear, go up at Finn's, it's a little bit more. So, those are both nice places. Let me show. Let's see. There they are. So Finn's is on top, and Sharky's is down. And, but I wanted to also say thank you for all that listened to part of my testimony this morning. And really just relaxing here. I feel like it's been a busy week, and I just kind of feel worn out. I've had a hard time getting up going today. And but this is surely beautiful. We have people fishing, we have people out in the water, we have people look for shark teeth. I did find shark tooth. It was a little one. But I add that to my collection. I should see if I could grab it. And that way I can show you go. But grab it. Okay, so there's that shark tooth. It's just a little one. But that's these beaches over here are known for their shark teeth, known for fossils, and you can even get, some people found like the megalodon ones. And it's funny because the East Coast is the one with all the sharks, but over here, this is just where everything kind of washes up, and there's a lot of shark teeth. So that's a little one. It wasn't out there too much. I'll add that to the collection. Adding it to the collection. And, but it's been fun. I am thankful for this Saturday. And, it's just really nice to get out here and enjoy all these beaches. Yeah, Sharky's on the Pier, Venice, going down to Inglewood, and even further is great beaches to go looking for shark's teeth. I hope everybody gets a chance to come out and enjoy it. Okay, so I'm packing up, and there's a little bit of algae. I wanted to show you something. It's a little bit in there. Got some in there too. Woo! Y'all, that parking lot got packed right now. It's about 12:30. I was here after 9. Somewhere after 9 I was here. And
to Beach Road.
Excuse my thing. And but right now this parking lot, like, it was full. Sharky's parking, beach parking, like the street, the grassy area across it. Man, it is full. So I was so glad that I didn't have to do all that, because I'd rather get there early, especially like, I don't know, I suppose you could get a beach wagon. I've used wagons before, and but if you gotta run to the restroom and you're the only person, do I really want to take a wagon with me? No. So I am stuck carrying everything. So I got to carry the chair, I got to carry my bag, I got to carry this time the shovel, check the net. It's just like anything and everything, I've got to carry it. So I'm just glad to get close up parking. So I'm going to count that as a super blessing. I mean, I just was smiling leaving because I didn't have to park so far away and walk up. But there's always parking. And you know, even well, this is Sharky's on the pier, obviously, but Venice is right here. We're in Venice. But I mean, Venice Beach with the Centennial Park. And that whole street, like, you could do parking and just, you can take a nice walk through the park and get up to the beach. So, I mean, you can find parking. But I rather do it early. Either way, I'm headed back home. I guess at some point I need to get a hose.
Go past Davis Street and turn left onto Avenida del Surso.
Thank you. And but I'm gonna go home. I know I got some editing. I'm gonna just get some time just to relax. I think just because I'm feeling tired today.
Turn left onto Avenida del Surso.
I'm turning. Like, why is it? You little posse. You know, isn't it funny when you don't do what they want? You're like, no, I didn't want that route. But I like running that thing.
At the next light, turn right.
Oh my goodness, because it'll even give me my speed limits, you know. So I don't know, I like it. But either way, so I'm gonna go relax, and I hope you guys just enjoyed all the footage that I got. You know, if there's other places locally by anybody, feel free to leave me a comment, leave me prayer requests, leave me places that you might like to see. You know, I'll see if I can do it. Okay, more exciting news. Not too long ago, just recently, got one of those wonderful Ace things where you get a coupon, and I was like, oh, I don't know anything I would use it for, but I need a hose and something, so I'm gonna go get $5 off. I'm gonna get a hose. I think I'm just gonna let them dry out, and probably be good enough. Maybe spray them again. I just didn't want. I keep them in the Jeep, so maybe I don't want to leave them in there with that much stuff on. But a little cleaned off, and then I'll put them back in. It is what it is. But that's it for today. I'm glad I talked this morning. Glad I got to the beach. Sharky's is cool, and that pier is really nice. That pier you do not need a fishing license to go out on. That's always fun to know. And then I was glad to be able to pick up the hose and the sprayer and have $5 off. It was Ace, so it's still a little expensive, but it's a good hose and a nozzle, so I'm happy with that. And I love Ace Hardware. They're always very friendly, very helpful. And that's gonna do it for today's vlog. I thank each and every one of you for giving me your time today, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Bonus footage. Got the beach bag. Got the kitty. Okay, bye.